Welcome back to Uncovering Real Estate, brought to you by the Brampton Real Estate Board. So happy to be with you here. If you've just joined us, I got to tell you, you kind of missed out on a really good conversation because it's candid, it's fun, and it's informative. And I think that that's the information that we're trying to hit home with our viewers, yourself, so that you walk away from this conversation or this show saying, you know what, I learned something that I maybe didn't know before, or I feel a little bit more empowered knowing that, aha, I was right. It's not just a standard blanket comment. Yes.
Sorry, but I have to actually say something else. I want to get something off my chest because I want to talk about the, when we were talking about the fee structure and people paying for our services.
Yeah.
People will buy, we as individuals, we buy cars, we don't even question what the service charges or the fees are that are hidden into the value of purchasing a vehicle.
True.
We join gyms, we hire trainers, we purchase all these different things in our life and we don't question it. Yeah. But yet when it comes to the largest investment in our life,
it's true.
We're questioning investing money in the largest investment in our life.
Yeah, it's true.
So when people say, it's going to cost me all this money, what they need to really realize is, truly, if they wanted to look at it in an honest fashion between the buyer and the seller, the service charges, they're built into the transaction.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I got to tell you, I always see it that way. I've never seen it as anything different. Mm-hmm. It's never irked me, I have to tell you, on a personal level. I've always said, yeah, that's a professional. That's what they do all day, every day. I mean, I wouldn't negotiate talking to a neurosurgeon and say, well, you know what, I got to call OHIP and find out how much you're getting paid on this one. Yeah. You know, if it meant working on someone in my family. So why do we do it here? And I think that is the one of the most important questions that we need to be able to relay to our viewers to say, hey.
Comes down to the money. No questions asked.
So, okay, scenario. My neighbor's house is for sale and I want to buy it. How do I know what to pay?
Well, first of all, at least you know.
Because we're nosy neighbors, right? Well, like everybody's a nosy neighbor. Oh, you're selling your house.
At least you know the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So you're going to know whether there's been water in the basement in the neighborhood. You're going to know if there's been a crime in the neighborhood. You're going to know where the schools are. But when you want to know exactly what the neighbor's property is worth, because of course people are going to say, oh, well, Susie's house down the road sold for this, and my house is better than that. I personally, I would contact, if I've worked with a realtor in the past, I would just pick up the phone and contact the realtor and say, you know what, my neighbor's thinking of selling her house. I think they're going to sell it privately, and I could really use your assistance in going in. If they're listing it and you just want to see the house working with a realtor, they're going to come in and they're going to do a reverse appraisal, or not really an appraisal, a comparative market analysis. Okay. And they're going to pull up all these comps and they're going to say, well, you know what, this is what's sold. This is what it's worth. If you've already lived in the neighborhood and you want to stay in the neighborhood, sometimes you're going to pay a little bit more. You may or may not, because it's worth it. Yeah. It's like when you sell a farm. Yeah. The farm you sell is worth more to the farm next door than any other farmer around.
Right. Yeah. But I think is it part and parcel because you're comfortable with the area, you're thinking, hey, I this is good for me, and comfort level is very important. Right?
They've been waiting for it.
They've been waiting for it.
If somebody is wanting to buy a home in their neighborhood where they live now, they've been waiting for it. So whether it's school district, walking location, walk school, whatever it is, there's always factors that are waiting
mitigating
on it.
factors.
Absolutely.
They're always there,
Absolutely.
Right? They're always there.
Yeah.
Okay. So want to buy a home, and realtor says, you know what, Sarb, you're going to have to pay more than they're asking for it. Why? Why? I don't want to pay more. I want to pay you for your service, but I don't want to pay more. So why should anyone do that? Why do we put ourselves in that spot?
I don't know, really. No, I do know why, but I can't get it. Yeah. I think it depends on the market conditions. So, for example, if there's a property that comes on the market and it's a hot market, so if it's in the spring or if it's in the fall market or if it's when there's not a lot of product on the market or there's not many buyers out there looking, or there's a lot of buyers looking, I should say, then all of a sudden there could be so many people looking at it that the realtor's going to know there's going to be competition on it. So if they really want it, if it's fresh on the market and there's other interested parties and there's going to be more than one offer on the table, that's when we say to them, this is what we think it's worth. Yeah. What's it worth to you? Because now you're going from buying with your head to buying with your heart. So we want to make sure you don't overpay. We want you to be aware of the fact that, look, don't get caught up in this, which happens often enough. Yeah. So it's not just about saying, oh, well, you know what, if you want it, you're just going to have to pay extra. Yeah. We have to justify why. These are the circumstances. And then oftentimes, there are times when I'll talk people out of it because it's just not right.
Yeah.
There will always be another house. People need to know that if they lose one, there's always going to be another one come along.
I think that's such a good point. I've been told by some of the more philosophical people in a family that the home picks you. You don't pick the home. So if you walk in and you'll know if you're able to give it up. You'll know if it doesn't make sense to you financially, it's time to give it up.
You know, that it is very true. When we walk through a house with clients, I'm very serious. We will know, we can sense it, but we'll always say to them, but is it right for you? How does it feel for you? We're not there to sell the house. The house should sell itself. We're just there to educate you on it and move forward. So no, people know. And if you try convincing somebody that, well, yes, but if you don't get this now, then you might miss out and there may not be another one that comes along, and next thing you know, they've moved in and they're not happy and it wasn't the right house, who are they going to call?
You're in trouble.
Are they going to call you?
Yeah.
Are they going to call you to sell it?
No, they're going to call you to have a different conversation.
It'll be a different conversation.
It's not going to be a good
Your
one.
Your heart will drop to your stomach when the phone rings.
That's right. It's that
I
caller
haven't had
ID
that
thing.
problem yet. So.
Good. Well, that's good to know. That's the one you don't want to have.
That's the one you don't want.
Okay. So moving to a new city with our children, and we have no idea how and where we're going to move. Not how we're going to move, but which city is going to suit our family. So how do we do that? How do we figure that out?
Wow. So if you're thinking cities, that's big. Because you'd be working with different professionals in different cities. Because like I myself, everybody's different. We're licensed to trade in real estate in the entire province.
Okay.
But I'm a firm believer, if I don't know it, I won't show it. So I'm not gonna go somewhere, 500 miles away or whatever it is to sell a property. So I'm going to refer it to another realtor who I trust is going to work with the people the way I would. But then you could be working with 4 or 5 different people if you're looking in 4 or 5 different cities. It's tough. But once you find the city, then it's about, how do I know what neighborhood I want to move in? Because of the school districts. And what are the quality of schools like? And so it's very tough. So people generally have to have an idea of, first of all, really what city do they want to go to? And then once they can narrow down the city, we'll help them narrow down the neighborhood. Oftentimes we'll spend a half a day just driving them around our community, talking to them about, oh, I went to this school, or oh, this is where we have our summer parties, or this is where we have Winterfest, or
almost like going to a local Starbucks, for lack of a better thing, and just listening to the conversations, or even asking and kind of understanding, right? So
Listen
that's like that
learn.
other stuff.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. And on that note, I'm going to say, had a delightful conversation with you. I want to thank you for coming in today and shedding some light on this candid conversation. Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching the show. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.